Ready. All right. What's going on, everybody? Welcome. It's Tuesday, 8 o'clock at night. We're going to get this thing started in a minute here. We got some good information for you guys to go over. Welcome. Type in the chat. Type some emojis, type some number ones in the chat. Let's go. Let's get the chat going. Can you guys hear us? We got a couple of educators on today. Let's go. I want to see that chat going. Type some ones in the chat. Ones in the chat. Can you guys hear me loud and clear? Awesome. Today, we're going to be sharing some information with you guys. Information, we like to call it the new currency in this day and age, especially in the financial markets. Great thing about these financial markets is no matter in what weather the world is dealing with, you can capitalize on the markets. That's why we trade, because whether the world's going through good times, bad times, we receive that information and we take advantage of it. We capitalize on it, actually. And we're going to be talking about some information with you guys today on the Forex market. I'm going to bring up a guest right now. Jay, are you there? Jay. Is Jay in the building? We got two Jays on today. Awesome. Jay's going to open it up for you guys.
You got me.
Today.
I'm here.
Hey, how you doing, bro?
Good, Ev. What's happening, my brother?
What's happening? What you got in the background there?
Muhammad Ali, always looking over.
Let's go. Look at that. That's fire. Jay's going to open it up for you guys here today on today's call. I'm going to come on after him, and then we're going to have the man, the myth, the legend close it out.
All right. Thank you very much, Ev. I'm just going to pin myself here. Let's go spotlight for everybody. Everybody can see me. Put some love in the chat for Mr. Evan Cabral. If you guys don't follow Evan, see him on his go lives. He is one of a kind. One of the guys I actually spotted here when I first got started here at the Academy. So I'm actually not going to spend a lot of time on the charts and do anything basic knowledge. I'm going to tell you guys a little bit of a story. Okay. I'm just going to give you guys everybody's story. And the reason I can say that is because we want it for everybody here. And the one thing for me is I'm a product of the product. So I started here. Lots of people here are brand new. Lots of people here jumping on, taking a look at this thing for the first time, getting some information and possibly some access to what comes next, right? So I started here 3.5 years ago, just like you, just on the other side, wondering where it is I'm going to start, where it is I'm going to go, what I'm going to do. And I wasn't in a position where I had to come here, try and find an ability to make money, feed my family or any of that stuff. I was doing well. We're in a position to, take care of my family. Family was taken care of. But I really spent all my time, I had a digital marketing company. I spent my time working in that company, spent my time working in that business. And so what happened is I really wanted to find a place to be efficient, right? To be efficient with how I spent my time, how I lived my life, where I went in life, right? So I really needed to find a place to be efficient. How many people, by show of ones in the chat, are looking for a place or a community to find ways to be as efficient as possible with their time so they can live a different life? Like, put some ones in the chat if that's what you're looking for, if that's what you're after here, right? So something that I got started here and I got connected to the educators. Now you're going to get to hear from Ev. You're going to get to see, Jay come up here at the end. You're going to get to hear from 3 educators. I'm pretty new to the Go Live platform. I am not new to trading. I've been here with the company now, like I said, for 3.5 years. But in a short period of time of getting connected, and I say this all the time, and I say this to people who get started, you want to learn to do something that nobody else is doing. You want to get into a position to learn this. Find yourself a mentor. Find yourself somebody who's doing what you want to do. Get connected to them. And you're going to see other people on this call who do the same thing, right? So I got started here. I follow along with one of the educators. I took all the education he could teach me. He taught me something called the pivot strategy. Anybody here who's been here for a long time, I'm sure Ev knows, is a guy named Boss Queenan. It was a guy that I started with. It was a guy that I first learned, how to trade pivot strategy. That's not something we do here. What we're looking for here is to teach you guys to be efficient, right? To teach you guys how to get into this market and get out of this market. We are scalpers, right? So trading the pivot strategy was a little bit too long-term for me. I got locked in to what we call US 30. Now, if anybody here trades in US 30, they know how fast that thing can move, how volatile it can be. And it was right up my alley. I wanted to find a way to get into these markets and get out of these markets. I wanted to get in, take my move, take my goal for the day and get done, because I wanted to spend my time, right? Anybody here knows the number one commodity we possess is? It's our time. Time is the greatest commodity that we possess. It's the greatest commodity that we can give. It's the greatest commodity that we have because it's limited. Eventually, it's going to run out. So I wanted to make sure that I was spending the time that I had with my family, with the people, instead of sitting at my desk, 10, 12, 14 hours a day running a company, that was just, a marketing company that was taking care of people. I wanted to be on the other side of that wall, showing people, what's possible, showing and spending time with my family. So, the one thing I wanted to really share here is a little bit of my journey. Now, it's only taken me 3.5 years. Now, some of the things I've done in those 3.5 years, the journey that I've gone on, and now where I'm sitting to be on Go Live, to be connected to guys like Evan and Jay, and you're going to get to hear from Brandon Boyd and Josh Lee, and you're going to get to hear from the TBX team, who are so substantial, who are so amazing in what they do, and the different types of scalping in this market. We want to teach you how to get in the market and get out of it so you can have your time to do the rest. How many people would like to be able to get into the market, spend an hour with Ev, hit their goals, and go do whatever they want today? I was laying around in the backyard of my pool because I hit my goal earlier this morning by getting connected to these other educators that are here, including myself. And so what we want to do is show you guys the tools to do that, some of the basics that we have here in TBX. For me, I wanted to share with you guys that if this is what you're looking for, the opportunity is here. This is the place. You're going to find yourself people who are doing it professionally, who are spending their time, figuring out new ways to teach you guys how to win, and to teach you guys how to get in that market and get out of that market. And Jay will go over that more, and so will Ev. But to get into some strategy, I'm not really going to spend any time on charts here today. I'm actually going to pass this to Ev. And he's going to go over a little bit more about how he sees the market, how he moves, some of those deep, some of the actual structure of what he does on the chart. So, Ev, my man, if you are ready to take it away and show some stuff here on the charts, please do. He's not ready. I jumped
All
the gun
right,
there.
guys.
He's not
Yeah,
ready
I'm
yet.
ready. I'm always ready.
Let's go.
Yeah.
And the flex. Let's get it.
All right, guys. So, before I get on any chart stuff, any visual stuff, I want to talk for maybe 5-7 minutes here, kind of about who trading is for. And I want to talk about what I was doing when I first started trading. So when I first started trading, I was actually in high school, and I was coming near working a full-time job, 50, 60 hours a week. So when I first started, I was just an average person at school, looking to finish school, maybe go become a construction worker, until I found trading. Until I found Forex, I was like, my mind changed. I want to take a different route. I found Forex, right? And in school, I was a C plus, not even a C, I was a D and a C student. I'm going to be honest. I was a D student, a C student. I wasn't, like the kids that were at the top of the class getting A's and B's and stuff. Maybe some B's, right? And some of the stuff I liked more. But, math was hard for me. Science, I liked gym. Every guy liked gym back in the day, geography, maybe because there was some cool people in my classroom, but I wasn't, one of those top students. I was just one of the average people that you would see and be like, that guy, and me and my boys, me and my friends, right? Some of my friends now I still trade Forex with, some of the same people I went to school with. And if you looked at us then, you would be like, we weren't the smartest people, right? But what were we? We weren't the smartest, right? We labeled ourselves like that because of our current results. Like I said, I was a C plus, maybe a C plus, a C and D student in school when I got involved in trading. Because like I said, I found Forex when I was in high school, right? So I labeled myself. I wasn't the smartest person, right? But I found something that I was passionate about, driven to, right? And part of that was wanting to make money, right? I wasn't driven in school. Maybe if I was more driven and I had goals and objectives, I would have, accomplished more there. But in trading, when I found trading, right, I wasn't the smartest person, but a whole nother side of me came out. I became a way different type of person because of these markets. I started applying myself more. I started writing things down, making goals, right? Wanting to accomplish more. And right, I was just an average person looking to make, some money in the market. And 8 years later, I've been trading now for 8 years for anybody who's new. So I have a lot of experience. 8 years later, this has changed my life completely, right? So what I do here from my home, right? So I was just an average person. And here's a quote here, because we talk about this stuff on our sessions. We talk about how, you can, this quote, for example, in this business, if you're good, you're right 6 times out of 10, right? You're never going to be right 9 times out of 10. It's kind of like, I was a C+D student in school, right? And they say in this day and age, you need to be the smartest person to make money. You don't need to be a genius, a mathematician. You don't need to be the smartest person in the room with a high IQ. You just need to want to do it, right? You need to be around people who have results. So what I did is I put myself in a position around others who had what I wanted, right? Had results. We're doing this already. I looked at people who had 4 or 5 years of experience and copied them, followed them, right? And built my own thing along the way, my own experience. So like when we talk about who's trading for, it can really be for anyone. When we talk about who trading, who the market's for, it can be for anyone. You don't have to be, a mathematician, super genius in the real world, right? In the normal world, you just have to be driven, right? You bring that driven mentality to the trading world and you can do it, right? So I'm going to talk a little bit about what we do with TBX now. That, I just wanted to mention that because when I started, I was just an average person, probably like you guys, that are looking to start learning about these markets, how they work, how they navigate, right? So let me share this real quick. Can you guys see my screen? Let's see. This is the quote. In this business, you're good if you're right 6 times out of 10. You don't got to always be right. You don't got to be a perfectionist, is what I'm kind of talking about. So what we like to do, I want to share a little bit of vision with you guys in TBX. We have a very good learn system. Now, how much time do you have a day to dedicate yourself? I always ask people, there's a difference between wealthy people and non-wealthy people, or rich people, non-rich people. One will entertain themselves. One will educate themselves. Which one are you? Are you going to spend 1, 2, 3 hours a day entertaining yourself on TikTok, on Netflix, on Instagram, at the bar, at the pub with the buddies? Or are you going to spend 1, 2, 3 hours a day educating yourself? There's a difference. I realized that at a young age. I realized that when I was 17, 18 years old, that one person educates themselves with their time while the other entertains themselves. So E versus E, right? Are you going to spend 1 hour a day swiping or 1 hour a day educating? So we have a learn system day by day. Every single day we have educators that plug in live and go over the charts, go over different information about these markets. This is kind of like our Netflix, if I may say, entertain ourselves. Some people like to spend days watching Netflix, weekends watching Netflix, binge watching TV shows. That's entertainment. Right? This is our version of entertainment. This is our Netflix. So we're educating ourselves, which is entertaining for us because we're learning more about these markets, how they work. The world, like I kind of said in the beginning, the world right now is going through some tough climate. Everything's expensive at the grocery stores. The past couple of years, the world's been tough, but these markets, we understand how to navigate through them in those times of climate. So this is our schedule. This is kind of like our Netflix, guys. I'm not going to go too much into this because we still have day 2 and day 3 after this. This is just day 1. We have other educators who are going to break this down. But for example, I'm down here. I go live every day for maybe 1 hour, 90 minutes a day. And again, educate or entertain themselves. Type in the chat. Would you rather educate yourself or would you rather entertain yourself? Type in the chat. Type in the chat. Which kind of trader are you? Who do you want to be? Right? I want to see how many people. We got 106 people on here. We got 106 people on here. Let's see who's fired up. Who's fired up? Both. Someone said both. If you educate yourself enough, eventually you can lead to a life of more freedom. You have more time freedom. That is the vision with this. This is why we do what we do, for more time freedom. Right? We spend time educating ourselves, learning, adapting, so we can spend more time freedom later. Right? Does that make sense? Chat's blowing up right now. Awesome. Love to see it. My TV hasn't been on in 1 year, someone said. Sheesh, that's discipline. So that person's spending their hours right. In a couple minutes, guys, I'm going to pass it over to one of our educators here in the Academy, Jay Awal. He's going to share information on what scalping is more and why scalping in the market. He's going to talk a little bit more on that and a bit more of the vision with you guys. Jay, are you on the call, my brother? Are you here, my brother? Let's see if I can pass it over to him.
I am here.
I see you.
I am here. Actually, we are here.
We are here. Let's go. Look at him.
Let's go. We're doing the Day Trading Masterclass live. How are you doing? Can you guys hear me okay?
I hear you loud and clear. We hear you good.
I want you to keep your camera on, Cabs. I like looking at you when I look at the screen. Is that okay?
Okay.
All right, you're my pal, you're my buddy. Hey guys, drop some fire emojis in the chat for Mr. Jay Bonham and Evan Cabral, two of the goats here inside of the TBX platform. And obviously, you're here on today's call or on today's training because you want to learn a little bit more about day trading. Is it really work or is it one of those scams, right? Are we one of the guys inside of your DM saying, send me $500 in Bitcoin and I'll turn it into $5,000 in 24 hours? No. Okay. Look, digital skills that can pay the bills are real. They're not a myth, but it does require some learning. I love what Evan said about how do you want to spend your time? What are you using your technology for, right? Are you using it for, whoa. What happened? Are you, can you guys see me still? Yeah, we're good. Are you using your phone or your laptop for entertainment, or are you using it to produce new incomes? And, personally, guys, I don't like being on the computer. I'm an outdoors adventure. I got ADHD, right? I like to be doing things, and being on the computer is something that kind of requires a lot of focus for me. So scalping was right up my alley. If you're taking notes on today's call, write this down. Scalping allows you to have freedom. Okay. What is scalping? Scalping is being able to short or long, meaning buy or sell the market within a few minutes or a few hours and get out and wait till the next day. So we're like self-employed investors. We're literally people that are looking for opportunities in the markets on a day-to-day basis. And we're going ahead and walking people through these steps on how to take advantage of it. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen as it pops up here. Oh my gosh. What is this? Forex trading quotes. Who posted that quote?
Me. That's what I was talking about. How I was a C student, D student in school.
Oh, that's nice, man. I'm going to go ahead and share the screen now.
Go ahead. Take over.
Thanks, pal. But I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Oops, not that one. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and just kind of talk about what we're doing on a day-to-day basis and how you can take advantage of this platform. So step number one is, all of our students go through an academy. So if you're a guest on today's call, go ahead and drop the word guest inside the chat box. Each and every single one of our students go through the prerequisites. They go through the beginning steps. They go through the academy. No, I'm okay. Thank you. They go through the academy. Now, when they go through the academy, they're going through pre-recorded videos, really simple videos that allow them to understand the basics. So if you're brand new on today's call, I see the chat box going cray, right? I see a bunch of guests on here. This is where your starting point is. Now, write down inside of your chat, Well, right downside of your notes, pardon me, ABC. This is the system that you're going to employ when you go ahead and get started. A stands for Academy, and then B starts for Bootcamp. Each and every single educator has a series of 5 to 10 videos that serve as their bootcamp. For mine, my bootcamp videos are really simple. You're going to be able to go ahead and zoom in and go ahead and check out steps 1 through 6 right here. I'm breaking down my strategy over 6 videos. So as this loads, you guys are going to be able to see all of these 6 videos, and that is your second step. Everyone drop step 2 inside the chat box. Step 2, bootcamp videos. Now, what does that mean? That means when you're done watching these bootcamp videos, you're going to have an understanding of the lens in which we see the markets. And now this entire schedule, this is your new Netflix guide, right? This is your new cable guide. I don't know who watches cable anymore, but if you do, you know how you click that button on your remote, says guide, and it pulls up all the different times when the Christmas Story is playing for Christmas, right? When all these movies are playing. Well, this is going to be your guide where you're going to be able to look at all the different sessions, and you're going to pick 1 to 2 sessions a day that you're going to jump on, ideally from an educator that's teaching the same strategy. So myself and Evan both teach a strategy called Trend Trap. I cover the morning, he covers late night, okay? You're going to be able to jump on these sessions and learn live. Drop yes in the chat box. That makes sense. Now, why is this important? Well, imagine if you were able to learn live basketball from Michael Jordan, or play soccer with Lionel Messi, or learn how to play poker with a professional poker player that's like absolutely undefeated. Well, that's the same thing that you're doing inside of these sessions. You're learning from people that have the experience, have the qualifications necessary to be able to guide you from step 0 all the way to step successful. Now, the whole goal of this is not to just help you learn digital skills, but to engage in our community. Each and every single group or organization inside this platform has a community. The first community is inside of our platform, inside of Pip Talk, okay? So each educator has a Pip Talk, and you're going to be able to plug in to these Pip Talks and learn from these educators and actually get ideas sent directly to your phone. This was one of the ideas that we caught this morning. US 30, make some noise in the room if you caught US 30. So US 30 was one of the pairs that we looked at this morning. Literally within 15 minutes, the market shot up. And this right here means you were able to capitalize on it. One of the other moves we went ahead and posted was NAS 100. We were looking for a bullish move on NAS 100, meaning we were looking for it to go up. Now, what if you had someone that let you look at the answers on their test and you were able to get the A for yourself? And that's exactly what you have here inside this platform. You're able to look at my answers on my test and paste them over to yours and be able to go ahead and get the A in terms of grading as well. So this was one of the setups we had before and after on NAS 100. The market absolutely shot up, and we go live multiple times a week. So you guys will be able to take advantage of this. So if you're a guest on today's call, normally it's $250 to get started here inside of TBX. But right now, if I go to the website and I go ahead and log in, okay, right now it is discounted because you guys are here on the master class. If you scroll down, get the link from the individual that invited you to this call, let them know, okay, I don't want to spend my time. I don't want to look at my screen time and my iPhone tell me that I'm spending 5 hours a day on Instagram, and I'm not getting paid off Instagram. I'm not getting paid off YouTube. Today, you can get started for $214.95. That is literally cheaper than it's ever been for normal pricing. Usually it's $249.95. You're getting about $35 off, and then it's $184 a month every month after that for continued education. What that means is it doesn't matter how many sessions you watch, it's $184. Doesn't matter how much success you have, it's $184, right? It doesn't matter, right? How much success you have, you only pay $184. What other business do you know where as your income grows, as your results grow, you don't have to pay more? A restaurant, the more plates of food you sell, the more food costs you have, the more employees you have, the more dishwashers you have, the more servers you have. If I owned a car wash, the more cars I have, the more soap I have to buy. My income goes up and my costs go up. Well, guess what? We have a fixed cost here in this platform. It's only $184 a month. For those of you guys that are like, Jay, $184 a month, I can't afford something else in my life. I got enough bills. I need you to stop thinking like an employee. An employee says, I can't afford any more bills. A business owner says, I need to make money. I need to learn new skills. So I need to put my money in places that will be able to work for me, places that will be able to duplicate and get results. And that is inside of your education. Look, there's two types of people on this call today. One, everything's going over your head. You're not going to take action. You're going to watch Netflix after this and pretend like you never heard it until 5-10 years pass by. Digital skills keep on increasing. Bitcoin's at $300,000. And you're like, man, I remember that time I was on a call like this and I should have learned how to trade. And there's another person on this call that's going to take everything that we're saying. They're writing it down diligently. They're going to get started immediately. If they have to sell their PlayStation, their Xbox, if they got to make something happen to make this work for them, they're going to do whatever it takes. And that person's going to go off to the races, shoot up to the stars, see massive success. There's two people on this call. One's going to get the same information, not do anything, not go anywhere. One's going to get it, take it, and run with it. Which person are you? Guys, this is day one of the Digital Day Trading Masterclass. I'm here in Miami, Florida. We got the whole team with us. And we're going to be seeing you guys tomorrow on day two. Henry, if you can go ahead and post the flyer for day two, let everyone know who we can expect to see on day two. And go ahead and invite each and every single person on here. If you're a guest on today's call, reach out to the person, let them know to get started. And I'll see you guys on the next one and on my session tomorrow at 11 a.m. Great job, Evan. Great job, Jay. We're going to run a training here in Miami now. The work doesn't stop. Let's go. All right, great.
Yeah.